8:08 right now. 8:08. Coming up, we're going to talk about the T.I. and Tiny Holiday Hustle, the animated special. But first, while you were sleeping.
Okay, so President Obama was getting a lot of slack last week for, the selfie that he took at President Mandela's funeral.
Right.
But he's not going to be worried about that on his 17-day vacation in Hawaii that starts this week. But, they always...
17 days?
Ooh. 17
What kind of contract he got?
Yep. The White House announced Friday that the Obama family is leaving on Friday to go for their 17-day vacation in Hawaii. He deserves that vacation.
That's what happens when you get in trouble, huh? You get to go on vacation.
He can have his own Secret Service, the whole thing.
Now. Come on, man. Don't get away from the madness for a minute.
Okay, the embattled Morris Brown College that has approximately 50 students and 15 faculty members, they will not give it up. So they put a bankruptcy plan together and they are presenting it to the judge, and everybody says that they do believe that the judge will approve the bankruptcy. But my question is, who will actually go to Morris Brown after they come out of bankruptcy?
But they sold the post office. So
they're selling the post office, the two towers.
How the kids on campus going to get their checks from their mamas?
Right. Plus also the two dorm buildings, the very two
and
dorm
the student center, right?
So
how do you replace that?
I'm not sure what their plan is, but they are presenting it to the bankruptcy judge, those are the kind of questions the judge will ask. But we'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know that Derek Bozeman is probably very happy about that because he went to Morris Brown.
That was one of the colleges in the city I felt like I could have went to. You know what I'm saying?
T.I. Well, listen, you could be T.I. You could be the 51st student to enroll.
Yeah, they got plenty of room now.
There's no problem there.
Good, because I'm going to need some space.
Yeah. And for everybody that wants to, get paid in full this holiday season, don't forget to play Mega Millions tomorrow because it's $550
They
million.
call it the T.I. Tiny jackpot. That's how much it is right now.
Man,
it's at the $500 million.
Why
Tiny
you tripping?
need to play that.
Why you tripping? I was just finna tell you, I'll be right back. I'm finna go on here. I was just finna tell you.
Now, if nobody wins tomorrow, it will roll over to the highest jackpot that there has ever been before Christmas holiday. Well, right now it's the highest before Christmas holiday, but if it rolls one more time, it will be the highest ever for Mega Millions. And the payout will be like $300 million after everything.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough? Tiny, is that enough?
Yeah, I would like it.
Yeah, you like it. Yeah, me too.
8:10 right now. That's why you were sleeping. You heard them. They're in the studio right now. It is T.I. and Tiny. And you know what? When we come back, we're going to talk to them about this animated special. Also going to talk to them about, you know what? They started a trend that is now real prevalent in hip-hop. People settling down and getting married.
Yeah.
J. Cole proposes.
He did.
Got Future and Sierra going on. You had a whole lot of people when they kind of started with y'all.
Well, you know what? Praise God. Praise God. To God be the glory.
Oh, I love y'all.
8:11 right now. Tiny, wake up!
I'm up.
All right now. I know you don't usually come up here now. Come on now, Tiny.
I'm with you, man.
Oh,
When's the last time she been here, man?
Oh, man, it must have been
When
like...
the first time she came?
You see what I'm saying?
Y'all killing me. T.I. and Tiny in the studio. What's going on, Crash?
All right, man. I love
It's 8:17 right now, and it's T.I. and Tiny Holiday Hustle coming on tonight. The animated special.
Yep.
And they're in the studio to talk about it. What made y'all decide to do this, Tim?
It was a collective idea. Tamika's mom had, a lot of input, and I think that we just wanted to find a way to staple ourselves into this generation's Christmas holiday memories.
I must say, I've always said I wanted to have my own cartoon.
Right.
And look, I got just a series, just one little show.
Well, that's why we're here to tell everybody to tune in, because had we get a favorable number, there will be an animated series.
That's right.
I would love that for y'all.
I've been showing and proving all my, ever since, so I ain't got no problem. Just open the door. I'm gonna get in there.
Because like you said, if it does well, we so used to like the Jackson 5s and all those other, and then the Charlie Browns. It could be something that could come on every year around this time.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Intention. Noted. Got that.
The time it comes on again tonight is 8
o'clock, 8 p.m.
8
7
p.m.
Central, VH1.
I always, just on a little of a different note, always wanted to ask you guys this question. How did you, when your reality show first started, lay the foundation that it would not be about the ridiculous, that it would not be one of the normal kind of reality shows that we see? Because it is so easy to watch this show.
Well, I think one thing, because it's a family show, we got our kids on there, so we can't be too ridiculous, showing our family and putting, our kids and, showing them in any kind of way that we can't be like that. We got 6 kids, and the family, I think that keeps it grounded on one.
And I think for one, when we had, initially had the idea, the thought to do the show, we didn't know what the show was going to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was still in Arkansas serving my sentence. I just knew, when I came back, what I'm saying, I really have to move in a different direction. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I felt like, the only thing that could offset so much negativity was so much positivity. And I felt like that was the most positive thing I had going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was authentic and genuine. And we just came together, and I felt like, it was so much nonsense and so much foolishness off the screen that we didn't have to put none on the screen.
Right. You know what I mean? It makes a lot of sense.
Honestly, I felt like my first show that we did, Tiny and Toya, we made sure we spoke about not being put out there in a way, and I think we did pretty good at, keeping it kind of, nice and clean cut and, around it.
That was a great show, too.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you.
And like Tip said, he come back and he has survived a couple of BET Awards weekends unscathed.
Yes, he has.
We're very
God
pleased.
is good. God is good all the time.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean?
Now, we were talking about, earlier about Beyonce dropping this album, and on iTunes, it's going to sell it's already at 500,000.
Already at 500,000.
Awesome.
And they're saying it could change the game on people being able to do that. I mean, do you think that is the new wave of the future? Is that something just specifically for certain artists who can do something like that?
I believe. Go ahead, sweetheart.
No, you go ahead.
I believe that if you had a certain caliber, you should be able to step out there and really, lay your what's on the table. You know what I mean? Me, myself, personally, I'm going to promote mine, though. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Paperwork, coming soon. Paperwork, the motion pictures, you know what I mean? That is the name of the new album, by the way.
Okay.
Paperwork.
I like it.
Yeah, paperwork. Yeah, paperwork. All else fails, I'm going to make the paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The new album coming soon, and, I think that we're, musically, man, we're on a new, I guess, a new evolution. Myself, Pharrell, and the other people that I'm able to bring together to create this project, I think we're really going hard in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. And you changed labels this time.
I changed partners.
Okay.
You know what
Explain that.
There's certain types of record deals, you know what I'm saying? You can have a artist royalty deal, which would probably garner about 16%. You'd have a production deal, which garners anywhere from 18 to 22, 24%. Then you have a joint venture, JV, profit sharing deal, which usually garners about 50, 55%. Then you have what you call a P&D, pressing and distribution, which would garner use like 80, 85% with ownership of your masters, which is what I'm now, been fortunate enough to work at with Columbia. And I think that I'm just pleased to be able to just have more equity in my art. You know what I mean?
I am so proud. I'm a former entertainment attorney.
Right on.
So to hear you say that and understand the meaning of the distinction between those 4 things makes me want to cry right now.
Don't cry. This is a happy time.
I know, that's right.
No, seriously, because not many artists
occasion.
evolve to understanding what owning your own masters means and what
Right.
having that piece of your future means. So I'm so proud of you for that.
Right on. And then, shout out to little bro B.O.B., man. Underground Luxury drops tomorrow. That's a huge priority. It's very important for the hustle gang. So y'all go out there, man. Support little bro, man. B.O.B. Turn it.
8:23 right now. T.I. and Tiny in the studio with us right now. Yeah, you promote all of your record stuff.
Sure.
But sometimes you'll just show up in a movie and be like, man, what? How? He ain't tell nobody. But I got to talk to you about the fact of Paul Walker being in Takers and your reaction to, just the whole. Everybody says that he was just a really, really nice guy.
Yeah, he was. I ain't never heard anybody have anything bad to say about him. For real. And I can't, and being around him, spending as much time as we did, make it take us, I can see, I see exactly how. He was just a cat, you know what I'm saying, that you could kick it on the wall with, behind all of the nonsense that's going on. It could be a melee or whatever's going on. He'll be the cat you could fall to the back and say, man, you see this, man? Yeah, man, it's crazy, ain't it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was just that cool cat where, no matter how much success he had garnered and achieved for himself, he never left the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I really always respected and saluted him for that.
Yeah, he's going to be missed. I was reading
Absolutely.
something yesterday about John Goodman, who everybody knows from Roseanne and who's done all these movies, but how he said he never still wants to be recognized. He loves the art, but he doesn't like the other part. Like some lady comes up to him and talks to him, he like gets freaked all out about it. You think being an artist and seeing that, every day in your life, but when you cross over and get more appeal mainstream, how do you deal with all of that for both of you? Because, I'm sure that when
She been famous a lot longer.
she been
than
famous.
me,
She been famous way longer than you.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
She-
Turn it. But having that TV show and people who think they know you, and they come up, and I'm sure they done said all kind of foolishness because they think they know. How do you react to that when people come up and say something ratchet?
Go ahead, baby.
Turn back.
A lot of people say I probably one of the best to deal with that kind of stuff, man, just because I probably talk to the people a little bit more than other celebrities of my stature. Mm-hmm. I probably take a little more time to explain why I'm not going to take this picture.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying, why I'm in a hurry, why it's not a good time to do whatever it is you ask me to do. With certain people just, man, no.
I seen you go off on Instagram, I think, one time.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can never tell who's holding these devices when you read them.
But you know what? But you did say something, and I know you for many, many years about there's not saying it's a dues paying, but before you can start speaking for the city, the latest little quote was about Trinidad James and his New York comments, and he kind of had to back off of those a little bit. And you said he can't speak for you.
But I said that with all due respect, though. I wasn't trying to get in on nothing with the homie. I just can't nobody speak for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can't nobody speak for me. Like, I'm speaking for myself. That really came from folk asking me, so you feel like this, that? I'm like, hey, look, man. You know what I mean? I'm speaking for me. I always came up here and had my record played. I ain't never had no issues. And I feel like it's equivalent to, let's say back when Outkast, Goody Mob were like at their peak. If it was a first year freshman album New York artist that would have came down here, and just because his record was popping down here and Jay was popping down here, and when the majority of the East Coast rappers, they were popping down here, even though we had, all we had were Outkast and Goody Mob at one time. Mm-hmm. So if they would have said, man, it's more of us on the radio than it is y'all.
Right.
We run down here. We would have been looking at the cats from up there like, oh, y'all just gonna let that pass? Y'all gonna let that slide? Mm. And if not, but at the end of the day, man, I think he's successful. And, when you come into success, especially, as much of it as soon as he did, it takes a little getting used to. And you know what I'm saying? I think a huge part of it is being able to recognize when you may have, exaggerated a little bit, being able to respond and bounce back from it. And, be a man, stand up and be like, all right, cool, well, I said that, but, I meant this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wasn't saying nothing to try and get down on him. I was just speaking for myself, because can't nobody speak for me but
there
me,
you go.
man.
8:20. It's 8:28 right now. Before y'all get out of here, I know y'all got a lot of stuff to do. Tiny, I got to ask you about the selfie that the president took at the funeral with the biting the bottom lip.
Uh-oh.
Then Michelle changed the seats. You seen the videos, you seen the pictures. No. What's your take on that? Is he in trouble? Was he in trouble?
It looked a little bit like she could have been a little concerned about it. At first, I didn't think. I was like, man, they overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? She probably was just not paying attention. Because sometimes you could be looking at a person and not be looking at them.
Right.
For real.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But
now what you think?
It looked a little strange. It looked like she was like,
Hey, listen, man. Let's get out them folk bedroom because you see what I'm saying. But the fate of the nation is at stake. You see what I'm saying? If she press too hard and go too heavy on this man here,
Right.
man, who knows where we could end up?
We're going to go to war with
I
Denmark?
don't think she will, though. I don't
you know
think
what?
she will.
The next thing you know, we're at war with Denmark. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep a level head, people.
She might have been a little bit aggravated, but she was, she probably is over with. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
see, the
she's-
more we perpetuate it, the more heat he catch.
So he going
let's-
on vacation for 17 days.
That right, that's good. Go on vacation, man.
T.I. and Tiny,
Cool off.
the Holiday Hustle comes on tonight at 8 o'clock, so make sure that you're watching it. You know, it's going to be an instant holiday classic, so let's give it up for him for stopping
Check
by.
that.
I ain't seen T.I. in years,
Man, don't you do that.
Hey, what did you ask for
Don't
Christmas?
you do
What
it.
did you get for what do you want for Christmas? Did you tell T.I. what you want already, Tiny?
No. I guess hopefully he'll surprise me.
They like to
do
give each other
that.
cars. That's all. They be dropping cars.
God, you hear this?
I ain't seen T.I. in years.
Oh, man, I can't wait. Stop the big camera. Oh, wait.
Father-daughter dance is coming up. You know, and
When is that?
That's always on Father's Day. I need you to come on now.
Okay, cool.
All right,
I
we-
was just talking to both my daughters. I was trying to see if they would go with me because I don't think they would go. Both of my daughters too cool, man. They don't want to be seen.
You'd
nowhere
be
with me
surprised,
like that.
man, once they get up in there and be all dressed up. You
Man, that what she's like, man, I gotta put a dress on. I don't want to put no dress on, man. Like 3 days, like, man, I don't want to put no dress on, man. Go nowhere with you.
8:30 right now, T.I. and Tyler. Make sure you drop and everything you're doing and watch it tonight, man. Make it a classic. We want the Rays to be huge here in Atlanta, so it can come on every year.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Crash D, what's going on?
Man, still dealing with the bright